Hello, and welcome to another episode of Should You Roll, the review show where the answer is always, you don't have to. On today's episode, I'll be looking over Mysterious Heroine X Alter, better known as MHXA, who will be on raid up during Valentine's, and have split raid ups throughout the Valentine's Day event. MHXA is a single target quick buster berserker with an anti-saber niche, honorable phantasm, with strong NP gain per hit and many hits per card. MHX Alter is capable of both generating a lot of stars and build towards her own NP with ease despite her single arts card. MHX Alter sits at 11k attack and 14k HP at level 90, meaning she has a low attack for a damage-oriented servant. For comparison, Heracle's 4-star Berserker sits at only 500 less attack at level 80 than MHX has at level 90. MHX Alter has interesting Ascensions, as she, just like Summer Servants, have 3 very distinctive Ascension outfits. For the base outfit, we have the coat and scarf. For first Ascension, we get a gym uniform. And lastly, we get this Sith-like outfit, complete with hood and a lightsaber. For skills, MHX Alter has Black Bean Paste EX, which increases all healing received for 3 turns by between 20 and 50%, as well as giving her a flat heal between 1000 and 2000. With a 5-turn cooldown at max rank, the skill gives MHX Alter increased survivability that any berserker needs. It does rely on your teammates having additional healing to provide within those 3 turns to really be a worthwhile skill though. Next, MHX Alter has a standard instinct between 4 and 14 stars, which isn't worth your while to skill up in current state, but we do know that a strengthening is coming down the line. Instantaneous Shadowless Blade C+, which improves the ability by giving you a 3-turn quick up between 20 and 30%, as well as improve the base instinct by 6 stars, giving you a steroid every 5 turns with 20 stars on use. Lastly, we have an interesting type of charisma, Soren's Invisible Hand C, which reduces an ally's crit absorption to 0% for 1 turn, and improves the party's attack by 20% for 3 turns. Compared to improving her own star absorb like Berserker Lancelot or Lebu would, this skill only has proper effect in 2 situations: when the unit you want to crit has a Brave Chain and the 2 remaining cards from 1 unit, or when you have an ally of equal star absorption to MX's Alter and 1 ally with a bigger star absorption. Say you brought another Berserker and a Casta or Rider for the last slot. Reducing Casta Rider's absorption would have big impact on the star distribution, even if they only have 1 card in set turn. Granted, the charisma effect is the main part of this ability, unless you have a setup where you know you'll have several crit stars on a specific turn. For passives, MHX Alter has Madness Enhancement for 6% buster up, and Alt Reactor A for 20% debuff resistance. Nothing amazing, but debuff resistance is always nice. RNG might just be on your side in a tough struggle. For Noble Phantasm, MHX Alter has Cross Caliber Black Dragon Twin Blade of Victory, which is a high hit count, single target quick Noble Phantasm. This NP has no base effect besides damage, but the overcharge is interesting. A saber only damage bonus, letting MHX Alter outperform a lot of single target archers on the Noble Phantasm. Keep in mind Berserkers have a lower affinity bonus than other classes though, meaning the rest of MHX Alter's cards won't do more damage than an archer would, especially considering her low attack stat. For Bond craft essence, MHX Alter has Dark Knight Kun. It's an interesting bond C in that it gives you a party an increased saber class advantage of 20%. If you were to use the C for supportive purposes, it would probably be to buff an AoE archer on the last stage of a battle, swapping MHX Alter in with Pluck Suit rather than having her out for the entire battle, as the C won't shine much in several turn situation compared to a flat, quick buster NP up. When it comes to craft essences, I've looked into options outside of the obvious flat NP charging Cs that always do work for damage dealers. Case Scope will always work, Golden Sumo will always work. But first up, we have the Demonic Bodhisattva, or Devilish Bodhisattva in-game, which will help MHX Alter with acquiring her Noble Phantasm, as well as improve her overcharge by 2 stages, meaning this C is only to be used when you know you'll be focusing down a Saber Servant with her NP, or Saber enemy with the Noble Phantasm. Next up, we have Launch Order, a 10 to 15% buster up craft essence, which was available during the first Guda Guda and will return on the rerun by come March. This craft essence is limited gacha C though, so might be costly to max limit break if you aren't interested in rolling on the Guda Guda run. But if you do hold out a little longer, Guda Guda 2019 will release, and with it an event C, Wolves of Mibu, with between 8 and 10% quick buster up and 3 or 4 crit stars every turn. While not as potent as Launch Order, this craft essence can be acquired through the event shop, and as such is easier to acquire for lower pay grades of players. You do need to have a 5th copy drop throughout the event though. As for setups, get the most out of MHX Alter. I did mention in my Edmond Dantes episode that we only have Atalante, Skazahak, Alexander, and Helena in the game currently for quick support, which gives out our options outside of flat damage increases through charisma and the like. We'll start off with a Wailing setup for giving Image X Alter a huge burst turn. With Image X Alter, Atalanta, Skazahak, Waver with the support of a Plug Suit. This setup, we have over 100% damage increase, as well as up to 100% quick up for Image X Alter's NP. Throw in a Demonic Bodhisattva against Sabers, and whoever it is, they'll be blasted into next week. Second, for a more rounded setup with multiple turns of damage, we have Image X Alter, Elizabeth Lancer, and Waver. With combined charisma power of up to 90% for Image X Alter and 70% for Elizabeth Waver, we have 3 turns of highly improved face cards. For those with a smaller selection of servants, say you have some units and want to use Image X Alter as a support, or you're looking to pull Image X Alter on your fresh account, I would personally go with Image X Alter, Alexander, and Merlin/Waver. The downside of this comp is that you have to wait for an optimal turn to use Image X Alter's 3rd skill if you hope to have her soak any crit stars. Merlin's an option, as Image X Alter will be able to acquire a lot of crit stars with this setup, meaning the 1 turn crit up for Merlin's 3rd skill can come in handy. On top of that, Merlin's healing NP synergized with Image X Alter's 1st skill, improving her healing received each turn. A fully free-to-play comp using a support Image X Alter would look like this. Image X Alter, Alexander, H.C. Anderson. As before, Alexander has to quick up for 3 turns for support, and H.C. Anderson has both C-star regen, healing, and crit up to improve on both Image X Alter's and Alexander's damage output. For a fully free-to-play setup, you'd swap Image X Alter for Billy the Kid when against Sabers. He has no absorption up, but comes with huge crit self buffs and an NP charge for multiple NPs, compared to Image X Alter's single hard hitter. Against other affinities, you're forced out of the quick cards and move on to a Lebu, Shakespeare, and H.C. Anderson comp. Lebu has a star absorption skill, so H.C. Anderson still makes sense for setting up big crit turns, and Shakespeare can help both Lebu and H.C. Anderson to get their NPs off faster, depending on if you're in need of damage from Lebu or the utility of H.C. Anderson. At the end of the day, release Image X Alter isn't anything amazing when it comes to gameplay. She does have a bright future ahead of her with Instinct made useful, and her high count hit NP being desirable for double Scotty comps, for looping single target NP against harder enemies. But should you roll for a Mysterious Heroine X Alter? You don't have to. Thanks for watching.